Hi everybody, my name is Anthony, and today we're going to go over the OPT model for resistance training. So the first thing that we're going to go over today is going to be the stabilization resistance training. And what we're going to do for this workout is we're going to have sets of 3. We're going to do reps up to 20. The intensity that we're going to do is going to be 50% of our 1 rep max. It's going to be very light. The tempo is going to go 4, 2, 1. So the first number is going to be the eccentric, 4 seconds down. We're going to pause into an isometric hold for 2 seconds, and then we're going to come up on the concentric on 1 second. So that's going to be the tempo. That's pretty straightforward stuff. So the first exercise that we're going to start out with is going to be a stability ball dumbbell press, and the whole point of stabilization exercises is we want to put ourselves on an unstable surface and really force all of the little stabilization muscles to really keep us in place and to make sure we're not swaying all over the place. So the first exercise we're going to do, we're going to have the dumbbells. And they're going to be fairly light, so we want to make sure we come onto our ball. Have the ball about right in our mid-back, and we're just going to press up. So we're going to start here, 4 seconds down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2 seconds. 1, 2. And we're going to come up. And some keys that I like to make sure my clients when we're doing this workout is going to be to push their feet through the floor to really make sure they're having a good closed chain kinetic reaction, and also to keep their abdominals engaged, because again, this is one of the keys for stabilization exercises. So now once we get through our dumbbell chest press, we are going to go into legs. And what we're going to do for our leg workout, we're going to do a lunge into a balance. So we can have light weights again, and we can just lunge, and then we're going to come up into a balance. Lunge, balance, lunge, balance. And as you can see, I lost my center of gravity right there, so it's a nice, tough exercise that's really going to challenge you. So we're going to go over into back. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to use the stability ball again. Here we have our little cable pulley that you would find in the gym. And what we're going to do, we're going to sit on the ball, and we're really going to just row. And what this does again is it's going to force us to really focus. And we can only go so heavy because again we're on the stability ball. So at that point my core has to really engage and make sure that I'm just not jerking and going forward. So the next exercise for stabilization, resistance for our arms, we're going to just simply do 1 leg bicep curls. And we can do this alternating. We could do 10 on 1 leg, switch 10 to the other, so we can get our 20 reps in total. And again, we're going to switch over to triceps, and what we're going to do is 1 leg again, and we're just going to do tricep push downs. And we're going to do 10 reps on the left leg, 10 reps on the right leg, just because we want to keep balance and equilibrium instead of just favoring one side. That can create some, I guess, unwanted adaptations. So that's it for resistance training. For stabilization resistance training, and the next we're going to do is going to be strength resistance. So for strength resistance, there's going to be some modifications. We're going to use heavier loads. Here I'm going to demonstrate we're going to be using from 50%, we're going to jump up to 70% of our 1 rep max. So now just different variables. We're going to do 4 sets. We're going to do 12 reps. The rest periods are going to be about 60 seconds. And now the tempo, instead of being 4, 2, 1, it's going to be 2, 0, 2. And you know, I just like to make sure all my workouts, they're easy to be progressed. You know, to keep it simple, I like to keep the pressing movements, because that can be easily modified from stabilization to strength to power. So here for the strength exercise, we're going to start off with dumbbell squats, or we can call them goblet squats. We're going to keep the dumbbell in our hand, and we're just going to make sure we go down. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's the tempo we're going to keep. We're going to make sure 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, that's going to be the tempo we have. So instead of doing, the next thing we're going to do for chest, instead of doing dumbbell presses on the stability ball, I would have the athlete doing dumbbell presses on the bench press, so at that point they can really drive their feet into the floor, make sure they get a nice connection with the ground, keep their abdominals tight, and get good presses in. Because since we're going to be at 70%, we're going to start really building strength, and as we progress into the next phase of power, that's always going to come into play. So also for this, for strength, I like to do